Hello and welcome to all our viewers. You're watching WMA SOC Student News. I'm Anuj Diwan.
And I'm Gargi Singh. Today's bulletin theme is transportation. Let's take a look at the headlines.
Delhiites march at India Gate demanding justice for gang rape victim and a safer city for women.
Female cab services offer women a safe way to travel in the capital.
And government authorities push auto drivers to install GPS in their vehicles. Let's get to our top story. The city's latest rape victim is battling for her life in Safdarjung Hospital. The 23-year-old was returning home after watching a movie on Sunday night when 6 men attacked her on a private bus. The bus was driving through a city looking at the passengers for extra fares. The brutal attack has shocked the city residents.
Many gathered for a candlelight vigil at India Gate on Tuesday night to show support for the victim and to draw attention to the city's poor safety record. Residents are calling on the city to step up and do a better job of protecting women. Some are even calling for the death penalty for rapists. The victim is still in critical condition. Doctors say it is too early to know the full extent of her injuries.
जो हमारी चिंता है वो इन्फेक्शन की है जो अगले वीक 10 days तक
Our main concern is infection, which will continue for another 10 days. When she comes out of it, only then the complications of intestinal damage can be ascertained.
इंटेस्टाइन लॉस के जो आते हैं सब चली गई हैं उसका क्या कॉन्सिक्वेंस होगा उसको कैसे डील करेंगे ये सब उसके बाद की बात है.
Delhi is becoming increasingly unsafe for women, especially when it comes to public transportation. But now, women have more options for safe travel. There are women-only buses and women-only coaches on the train. There are even women-only cabs, as Abhinav Mishra reports.
Soumya Tiwari is a student of fashion technology living in Delhi. And she is well aware that women are not safe travelling alone in the city.
These cab services are extremely safe. Somehow there's a kind of a bond and a trust that builds up between me and the driver.
All female taxis not only offer women safe way to get around the city, but they also offer new avenues for employment. Sakha Consultancy trains women to drive taxis and provides them with special coaching in martial arts. The group even offers English lessons.
We are able to provide safe transport solutions to women by providing livelihoods with dignity to the same, to the resource-poor women. So the minute the women become drivers and they are on the roads today, automatically the city becomes a safer place for the women who are traveling in the city as well. So that
23-year-old Chandni has been driving female-only cabs for the past 4 years. She has the support of her family and stands as a paradigm shift young women daring to enter male-dominated workforce.
We are given 14 kinds of training, where one of them is one-on-one combat and self-defense. Our car is always equipped with a pepper spray.
Sakha Consultancy has a fleet of 20 cars and about 40 female drivers. For the women, to the women, by the women. These exclusive female cabs is a welcome change in a city where commuting is not safe for women. With camera person Nikita Jain, Abhinav Mishra, WMA and SOC Student News, New Delhi.
Responding to security concerns, the city government has ordered every auto rickshaw in the capital to install a GPS. But, Sucharita Sen reports, the solution isn't necessarily fixing the problem.
Mohan Kumar recently installed GPS in his auto rickshaw.
GPS gets fitted in one day. Then you go to Najafgarh to get your meter passed. If it gets passed, then you go to Burari to get the vehicle passed.
GPS devices fitted in autos provide the passenger with a fare receipt, showing the distance travelled and the amount paid. The use of GPS is supposed to protect passengers by tracking the auto's whereabouts, but the system isn't working as planned. The city has ordered all auto rickshaws to install GPS to protect passengers from being overcharged. But the auto drivers who are already using the device say it is hurting the business, not helping it. GPS tracking software is supposed to be used for secure and transparent travel, but drivers say passengers don't like it.
Neither passenger sit in the auto with meter, nor does it give me area-wise detail, nor the bill. Nothing happens. How do I use this system?
With the help of a local NGO, 450 auto drivers filed a petition against the government's move to install GPS, all of which were rejected by the Delhi High Court and later by the Supreme Court.
GPS device manufacturers, DIMS, Transport department, the political leaders, everybody is making money at the expense of auto rickshaw drivers, who in turn have to get this money out of the pockets of the passengers.
The NGO says a public-private enterprise tracks auto movements through its central command center, but GPS dealers say this isn't so.
The GPS device can be tracked by the auto owners. The rights for tracking are only with them. They can track it through their mobiles or internet.
Can the Transportation Department manage the city's GPS-installed auto fleet? The meter is still ticking on this question. With camera person Anuj Diwan, I am Sucharita Sen from WMA SOC Student News, New Delhi.
Anuj, in our last bulletin, we talked about increasing levels of pollution in the city.
Yes, Gargi. And now we're going to look at the solution to the problem, electric rickshaws. Eco-friendly and pocket-friendly, these rickshaws are changing the way the city travels, Oindrila Bhaumik reports.
Pradeep Patra has been driving an electric rickshaw in South Delhi for the past 2 months. He charges it daily at his rented home, and this gives him enough energy to drive the rickshaw for about 80 kilometers.
With the help of an extension board, I have installed a meter. Around 8 to 10 units come at 7 rupees per unit. The bill is 60 to 70 rupees per day.
Pradeep says he earns between 400 to 600 rupees a day. He said he bought the rickshaw for only 85,000 rupees, which is a lot less expensive than traditional rickshaws.
The city is planning to go eco-friendly by starting a pilot project at Chhatrapur metro station. Delhiites will have another mode of transport in the coming days, development for which has already begun.
With the project underway, the NDMC's plan to earn revenue by setting up a public-private partnership. The electricity units for the charging stations will be sold to vendors at commercial rates.
The idea was to make all our parking places wherever it is possible to have a charging station.
The city is working on a plan to bring remote areas of Delhi into the transportation grid, improving connectivity and the flow of traffic.
The cycle rickshaws are becoming a nuisance on the road. They are creating hurdles for the movement of the vehicles. We are proposing that they will have a specific lane for the cycles which can be used by the cycle rickshaws.
Electric rickshaws are less expensive to operate and usually 4 people share an auto, making fares cheaper for passengers.
Difficult for me traveling. I am a heart patient. These cycle rickshaws after 11 pm charge 30 to 40 rupees. They drop me for 10 rupees outside my house.
With the increasing number of electric rickshaws on the streets, it is yet to be seen how the government plans to combine the initiative with the existing public transport system. For WMA SOC Student News, with camera person Susma Pradhan, Oindrila Bhaumik in New Delhi.
Delhi often feels like one big construction site with dug-up roads and public work projects everywhere. It makes it tough to get around. Vinod Kumar reports from east of Kailash.
The upscale residential area east of Kailash is facing huge traffic problems because of city road work.
They dug up the roads, and because of that traffic jams occur. Even when the traffic light goes green, it still remains stuck. They don't even move the debris and it piles up besides the road.
The RWA of east of Kailash took this matter to Chief Minister's office in response to the complaints of local residents. The debris lying beside the road has been cleared up, but the road still lies broken.
There is no government failure or Jal board failure. It's basically a system failure. There is a communication gap between them, which causes inconvenience and malfunctioning to the people.
Actually, it's PWD's fault. Delhi Jal Board is also, the Delhi Jal Board contractor is also at a fault.
Stuck in the blame game between Delhi Jal Board and the Public Works Department, the local commuters and residents in this area are facing huge traffic problems. The city official for this area says that the Public Works Department needs to finish their job and fix the road.
I call the PWD all the time, but they don't listen. It's their fault. Whatever construction work has to be done is the duty of PWD, and they should do it.
The Delhi Jal Board's executive engineer refuses to comment on camera. He says that they sanctioned about 1 crore rupees to the Public Works Department for the construction of the road, while the PWD refuses to comment to us. The Times of India reports that the Public Works Department did not in fact receive this money. Camera person Tanya Krishna, Vinod Kumar, WMA SOC Student News, New Delhi.
You don't have to be rich anymore to afford a luxury car. Limousines and BMWs are more accessible to the city's middle class, As Akanksha Srivastava tells us, it is getting easier to celebrate like royalty.
The luxury car rental business is blooming in New Delhi. Customers include corporate and government officials as well as people looking to rent high-end vehicles for weddings and other special occasions. Mr. Sayat Chandra owns a fleet of 250 luxury cars throughout the country. He takes pride in his fleet's most famous brand.
Okay, you have all the details of our office.
The best car that we have in our fleet is the Mercedes S500. In fact, we were the first car rental agency in India to own that car and offer that car for rentals.
There are a number of luxury cars available for rent in Delhi. These include BMW and Mercedes. Ms. Paramjeet Maan, the owner of Maan Travels and Tours, even has a limousine. She says people are excited to hire luxury cars because they can now afford it.
Because when you talk about purchasing a vehicle, then you need a lot of money. So only the rich probably can. When we talk about hiring, then even the mediocre people, even the people who doesn't have a lot of money with them, even they can at least enjoy one vehicle, one good luxury vehicle for a few hours.
Ms. Maan says that Indians are becoming brand conscious and hiring a luxury car for few hours is no big deal for them. Johnson drives a BMW for Ms. Maan.
A lot of people use the car, like tourist, like corporate, like marriage occasion also.
Ms. Maan charges 35,000 rupees to hire a limousine for 4 hours. Car rental business owners like Ms. Maan see immense potential in the luxury car rental business. As the income of the people increases and the economy grows, the future of the business seems bright. With camera person Vishaka Saxena, Akanksha Srivastav, WMA SOC Student News, New Delhi.
It's time to take a look at what the weather has in store for us.
Nikita Jain, our weather expert, is here with the report.
Hi Gargi, hi Anuj. Welcome to the weather report that helps you be weather-wise. Even though the humidity levels are high, we see clear skies in Delhi. Today the temperature is around 21 degrees Celsius and at night it will drop to 11 degrees. Moving west, Mumbai is hot and will remain the same for a couple more days. Day temperature is 24 degrees Celsius and at night we're looking at a minimum of 19 degrees. And moving east, Kolkata is sunny and humid with a maximum temperature of 26 degrees Celsius. At night, temperatures will drop to a cooler 16 degrees. Lastly, Chennai. Skies will be partly clouded. The city will see highs of 30 degrees Celsius and a low of 22. That's all for today. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the report, Nikita.
And thank you for watching the show. We will see you in our next bulletin. Until then, goodbye.